Hey, Awakening Soul. Welcome back to Sovereignty Rising, a space for the rebels, the rememberers, and the ones who know deep down there's more to life than what we've been taught. I'm your host, Dawn Elgin, and today we're going to go straight into the root of it all, the story that keeps so many of us stuck, small and silent. It's the story that says you are broken. Well, spoiler alert, you're not, and you never were. So grab your tea, get cozy, go for a walk in the woods with me, because we're going to talk about reclaiming the truth of who you really are. Welcome to Sovereignty Rising. Ditch the fear, embrace your flame. I'm Dawn Elgin, contrarian soul guide, visionary mystic, and creatrix of practical spiritualism. And this is the space where we strip away the fear, burn the old stories down, and reclaim the power that was never truly lost, just buried. Here, we dive into raw, unfiltered conversations on emotional healing, spiritual awakening, and the art of unlearning everything that keeps you stuck, small, and disconnected from your truth. Together, we rise like phoenixes. Flame first, fear last. Let's rise together. So let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your life and wondered why you feel so not enough? Even after all the healing work? The books, the journaling, the inner child meditations, there's still that little whisper, if I were really whole, I wouldn't be feeling this way. I want you to stop right there and say this clearly. You are not broken. You are just buried under years of messaging, of trauma, expectations, and conditioning. You are never meant to be fixed. You were meant to be uncovered, maybe even discovered. I believed I was broken for years. I wore the good girl mask, the overachiever mask, the I'm fine mask. But underneath it was this little girl terrified someone would see how deeply I didn't believe in myself. The truth is, the illusion of brokenness is the real wound. The trauma of being told that you weren't okay unless you were perfect, pleasing, or performing. Like, think back to school. If you were the teacher's pet, that taught you that perfection and performance were required to be seen, loved, and or significant. If you weren't, this might have taught you that you weren't worthy or significant. As a child, if you were praised for your intelligence, again, you'll probably seek significance through performance and words of affirmation. Same would happen if you were an athlete. If you were even once shown that you weren't smart, you might still be trying to prove your worth or playing small to not reenact the pain of being rejected. This was me. Second grade, teacher put a big red line through my writing paper. 40 years later, and I was still trying to get over this deeply embedded belief that I wasn't a good writer. Terrified, actually, to put anything in writing because subconsciously I didn't want to feel the pain and the embarrassment of that rejection again. I'm not talking about just writing a book, which I'm in the middle of writing right now, actually, but I'm talking even posts on social media. I'm talking even journaling. To this day, I still have a habit of journaling in bullet point form or in small, little, detailed sentences. I don't free flow write. I'm better at it now when I'm typing and I really get into the flow. It's very difficult for me to the point where my hand will cramp. It's almost like my hand doesn't really work anymore. And it's absolutely nuts, but it's such a deeply embedded wound that came from childhood. One teacher, having, I'm going to hope, a bad day, decides to insult a 7-year-old kid, put a line through it, and say, try better. And 40 years later, and that person, without realizing it, it's not conscious, it's subconscious. Here's this little girl still running the show of a woman that's almost 50 years old. It took a lot of deep inner work and diving into that to understand that it was okay. And so I began by making little posts. I would write about my day, what I had learned that morning in my spiritual readings. And a thought would come up and I would just post on it, maybe on Instagram or Facebook. And then I started to get positive affirmations about it. People started to say that what I was saying really connected with them, or it really sparked a thought that they hadn't been aware of before. And so all of a sudden, I was making these connections with people, and it was through my writing. So that began the beginning. So it began really the healing journey of letting that old wound go, that old belief. So here's the truth. You are a soul having a human experience. Hence, we're a human being. And the truth of your soul, it's already whole, already worthy, already brilliant. The human experience brings contrast. It brings the triggers, the shadows, the grief, the fear. But none of that means you're failing. It means you're learning. It means you're in the middle of remembering who you really are. So, what if we reframed it? What if that pain is not proof of your brokenness, but proof of your bravery? Proof of your courage to lean into the discomfort and try again and again, because you're not broken. You're becoming. You're becoming visible again. It took me a long time to understand that it was safe to become visible again. It began with those little writings on Instagram and Facebook. And then it started to turn and it became making videos on YouTube. It became creating my Facebook group where we could talk openly about our thoughts, about the universe, about the quantum field. And this can be for all of us. It took me a long time to understand I wasn't broken, that I didn't need to earn love. I certainly didn't need to earn my own, that I hadn't been broken at any point, that I was just learning. It's funny, we would never ever mock a child trying to learn how to walk and falling down. And yet, at some point, as we were trying things, it actually became like that. Not only for ourselves, where we judge our own fallings and think of them as failing. And I love that term, falling forward. It's not failing, you're falling forward. And if we keep falling forward, we're still moving along the path. So, how do we begin to feel this truth? Here's a practice that I love, the mirror moment. And I do say this tongue in cheek. For all of those who hate doing mirror work, I feel you, but there's a reason it's a thing, and it's because it works. So, I want you to stand in front of a mirror. I want you to look yourself in the eyes, not the hair, not the flaws, your eyes, deep in, and say out loud, I am not broken. I am remembering. I am whole. Even when I feel lost, I am already enough. I choose to see the truth of who I am. And let yourself feel the resistance. Let the tears come if they do. This isn't about pretending. It's about returning. Don't worry. I have put this mantra into the show description and the show notes on my blog. I'm going to encourage you to do this practice every day, even if it's just for a week. What if for 1 week, from this episode, this little drop, to the next one, the next new drop, what if you did this mantra every day? My favorite practice is to take a sticky note, write whatever my mantra is going to be or my intention that I'm setting, and put it onto my mirror so that I can read it while I'm brushing my teeth. Or in this case, you'd finish brushing your teeth and then you'd do the practice of looking deep into your eyes and moving through it. It is amazing what can happen when we look ourselves in the eye and do this. Another thing that you can do is you can do it on your phone, where you look at yourself while you videotape yourself and then even replay it to yourself. So there's lots of ways that we can move through this, but I highly encourage you to do the practice. It is shocking how well it works. Like I said, tongue in cheek. Every time somebody's encouraged me to do mirror work, I literally roll my eyes and I'm like, ugh, I do not want to do this. So uncomfortable. However, the reason so many people suggest that we do this work is because it works. So I'm going to jump on that train and tell you to do this. You are worthy of the effort. You are worthy of the discomfort. I promise you. You are worthy of love, unconditional love, not because you perform, not because you're perfect, not because of any other reason, not for your looks, not for any of your skills, but because you exist. You are worthy of love because you exist. You are a beautiful, divine creature. You have the light, the spark of divinity of the universe within you. You are pure perfection. So do the work and see yourself. Look deep into your eyes and see that spark, see that light. It's the light, the brilliance that I see in you. So if no one has told you this today, let me be the one to say it to you. You are not too much. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are brave. You are brilliant, and you are becoming. This path isn't about fixing yourself. It's about freeing yourself. You're not a project. You're a soul on a journey home. If you want support on that journey, you can download my free Future Self Visualization Guide and step into your highest self now. This powerful future self visualization will help you gain clarity on your path. It will release what's holding you back and really help you step into the version of yourself who already has the success, the freedom, the fulfillment that you desire. It's linked below in the show notes. You can use it to go down deeper into your own remembering. And if this message landed for you, subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone else who needs this truth today. I see the light in you, and it is brilliant. Until next time, stay bold, stay sovereign, and keep rising. Brightest of blessings.